Welcome back to UNX Fast Forward, your daily dose of everything ninja. I'm Ethan Swanson.
And I'm Christy Ganji, and we are just coming off of our second open qualifier down in Ninja Quest in Atlanta. And we got our top 3 men and top 3 women who qualified, and they're going to the major on November 2nd.
Right, and on the men's side, taking that first spot, the only finisher, 3.5 seconds left, Caleb Bergstrom. Right behind him, second spot is Sam Folsom getting that qualifying spot. In third place, Travis Rust.
Yeah, and then on the women's side of things, in first place, we had Rachel Brown. In second, Elena Borges, and taking that third place spot, Nikki Perella.
And actually joining us in the studio right now, Baby Birdie himself, the only course finisher, Caleb Bergstrom. Caleb!
What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, and you know, you're going to that first major. You took first place, like feeling, I mean, like getting ready? Are you training? Like what's going on?
I'm training super hard. I'm so excited for this major. This is like the main thing I wanted to do this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited to have you. I mean, just a super impressive run. The only finisher down in Ninja Quest, and you did it with 3.5 seconds left. I mean, we're about to look at the run, but how did you feel?
Finishing, it was awesome. I was still worried that people were going to come behind and beat my time, but I was super excited to finish that course because it was a very tough course.
Yeah, well, you made it look not so tough. But let's check out your run and get your insight onto, you know, what was going through your head and just kind of talk about your run.
So at the start of the course, I was super confident. I love steps like these. I actually ended up skipping the first step, but the next obstacle was the one I was most nervous about. Running through those steps, I fell on a balance obstacle on American Ninja Warrior, so I was very nervous going through those. This next obstacle, though, Walk the Plank, is one of my favorite obstacles. Super awesome to do, super awesome to look at because it's huge. And then coming right up to the next obstacle, I was definitely planning on doing that jump, but whenever I was in midair, I was nervous that I was going to miss it. I thought I was going to end there. And then this obstacle, I'd seen it heaven fall on Spin the Cat, so I was very nervous about hopping onto it, but as always, you got to get it done. So I ended up taking one extra swing that I didn't plan on, and going right through to the next one, I was like, okay, this won't be too bad. But I ended up getting stuck, so I had to reach out and pull myself right back in. Then straight to the spider wall. Honestly, used to be my least favorite obstacle, but I practiced it so much, I have a good strategy for it now. And then straight to the Iron Maiden, which is one of my favorite obstacles. I love doing walk-ups. Took my time because I know it is a tough obstacle. And I knew it was going to be a little bit more slippery than the Iron Maiden I'm used to. Turned out to be way slippery, so I had to go extra slow. Either way, it was super fun, though. I love this obstacle, so going through it wasn't too much of an issue. Standard devil steps here, always a good thing to have in competition. Good to show off your technique on those. Was very close on that dismount. Didn't plan to get that close, but either way, made it through that obstacle. Right here, I was way more tired than I planned on being. Ninja Quest is such a big gym, I was out of breath just from how huge the gym is. And so running around and stuff, I didn't plan to take as much rest. But either way, I felt like I needed it, so I went through. Then on the flywheel right here, I did not plan on that being so close either. My left hand actually almost missed. I know you guys can't see it right there, but it was a very close dismount. That's why I was so nervous coming off of it. And then on this part right here, the flying squirrel is one of the coolest obstacles. I mean, you're flying through the air. And it's a great obstacle to put in like halfway through a course simply because it's a good test of your power and confidence while you're in a course, especially if you're training for American Ninja Warrior. It's really good for course designers to throw in an obstacle like this where you're tired, but you still have to throw hard. You still have to trust yourself. Classic warp ball here. A lot of people don't think about how hard it is to get over a warp ball and how tiring it can be. Just that one move gets you out of breath sometimes. At least it does for me. Coming up again, I was more tired than I thought I'd be running around. Usually my cardio is pretty good in courses, but it wasn't that great today. So I stopped, I rested, I chalked up. Definitely did not plan on resting this long between the obstacles, but I felt like I needed it. And then on the on the wing nuts, super happy with how those turned out. I did them exactly how I wanted to. And going through them, took one backswing. I did not use the classic wing nut technique simply because I felt like it'd be more efficient to grab the front of each wing nut. Of course, that 90-degree turn forces you to grab the front of the wing nut. And this is where I kind of got hung up on those wing nuts. I started taking a ton of extra swings, waiting for that dismount to come back around because it's a little bit forward. So I had to wait for that swing, and then I was able to make it right there. And honestly, this is where I felt like, okay, I'm starting to run out of time. I'm also really tired. I'm just breathing heavy. I didn't have much forearm pump. I wasn't pumped out. I was just breathing really, really heavy. And one thing that happens is if you're just breathing heavy, it can cause you to pump faster simply because you're not getting oxygen to your muscles. And so going through the same water transfer, I knew I had to get it done fast. I started to hear that timer going. I started to hear people yelling out my time. I actually ended up calling for time while I was on this obstacle because I was nervous that I was going to run out of time. So coming through these extra swings, every time I swung, I felt like I was going to hear that buzzer go off and I wasn't going to make it. And once I hit it, it was such a good feeling. Definitely super excited to be a clear on this course. And man, it was a crazy awesome course.
I mean, unreal run. Once again, only finisher, 3.5 seconds left. But I gotta go to those flywheels. I mean, like you said, your left hand almost missed. Like, be real. How close to not catching that were you?
It was like barely on my fingertips. I literally would have fallen off half an inch.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just such an impressive run, and you ran so early in the day. I mean, when you finished, I mean, did you think that would hold up in first place, being such an early runner?
Absolutely not. No, I thought I would end up like fifth place.
That's unreal. I mean, it did hold up though in first place, and nobody else even really got close. I mean, you did cut it close 3.5 seconds, which is crazy. And I know people are yelling everything, but like, talk to me. How close did you think it was? Did you know it was 3.5 seconds? I mean, that's a swing away.
I didn't know exactly how close it was. That's why I started calling out my time. But I felt like every single swing I did that I was gonna fail. I felt like I'd hear the time off, and then I'd get right to the end and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit that buzzer. Nothing's gonna happen."
Well, thankfully something did happen, and you punched your ticket to the major event. Congrats, man. We can't wait to see you there at the major. I'm sure you're gonna crush it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Caleb. We'll see you at the major.
Awesome. See you guys then.
Wow. I'm expecting big things from him at the major. I mean, he showed it, and he showed it time and time again in other competitions, just like at the qualifier. He's a beast. He's a monster, and I think he's got so much confidence. I think we're going to see amazing things out of him at the major event.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you go to a competition, he's always a name that you're watching out for. He's got such good upper body endurance, such good strength. I can't wait to see him compete at the major.
Yeah, I bet we'll see some other competitors shaking in their boots seeing him on the list. I know I would be, but you know, we're getting ready for our third UNX qualifier. It's going to be released this Saturday, and we're going east to the Beast Coast. It's the place you know a little something about, alternate routes.
Alternate routes, been around for a long time. Tony Torres, Madman, coming up with great courses. I cannot wait to see what he's got.
Yeah, and speaking of which, tomorrow we're going to get to take a look at the course, get a course preview and an athlete preview, see who's competing, trying to take a top 3 spot, earn their way to the major, just like Caleb did.
Yeah, so we'll have all that tomorrow, so check back in. And I'm Chris DeGangi.
I'm Ethan Swanson. Until next time, we'll see you on UNX Fast Forward.